Hello everyone and welcome back to another part of Let's Play Eador, Masters of the Broken World on Overlord difficulty. Before I will start playing, I would like to apologize to you guys that I didn't upload any video for a while. I've been rather busy in last 2 days, so I didn't have much time for games, and when I finally got a few hours to record the video, I've encountered quite annoying bug, so I had to turn the recording off, and I spent some time trying to figure out how to fix the bug or how to play around it, and I have to say I've been less than successful, so my final decision is I will just try to continue with the let's play and somehow get through the bug. I hope it will be doable, but it will definitely mean that I'll have to abandon my strategy of no losses, and because of that bug I will have to sacrifice a few units. But yeah, as long as we can finish the shard, it's fine. We can recover from those losses, I would say. But we will see what's gonna happen. Maybe I'll be surprised because the bug was in the beta version of the latest patch. Today the full version was released, so maybe it won't be there anymore. But we will see that. And also, when I was playing off camera a bit, I've noticed a few more changes, so I will quickly mention those. It's about spells. The first important change and quite significant change is for a spell called Astral Energy. Where are my spells? Here. It's this spell, I would say everyone knows this. Increases resistance, increases stamina, and gives the unit you target with it another turn. Okay, works the same so far, but before this patch, the unit got another attack after you casted the spell. You moved with the unit, attacked, cast the Astral Energy, moved again, attacked again. Worked perfectly. Now it's changed, so when you move, attack, and cast the spell on the unit, you get another move, but you don't get another attack. So it's a nerf for this spell, and a bit weaker now, but I would say it's still a very useful spell, and I'll be using it anyway. But just for you to know that forget about those old strong combos like casting Astral Energy on a Hydra where you had 2 attacks on all units around you. Doesn't work like it anymore. Another spell that's been changed is Time Stop. It's basically mass Astral Energy. Before the patch it was all units who already moved and attacked in the turn got another turn with another attack. Now those units get another turn when they can move, but they can't attack anymore. So again, a nerf. And another spell that's been changed is a dragon form. Before the patch, when you transformed any unit into a dragon, it gained all stats as a full dragon. And I mean everything. Hit points, stamina, morale, attack, counter attack, everything, every stat was the same as a full dragon. Now it's been nerfed. The unit gains hit points, gets attack, counter attack, defenses, resistances. That's fine, but it keeps its original stamina and morale, and that's a quite significant nerf because usually you were transforming some tier 1 units, very weak units, into a dragon and use those units as the main killer when you needed that. Now you can't do it anymore because when you transform, I don't know, your barbarian into dragon, he still has like 12 stamina, and with a few attacks and counter attacks he runs out of stamina and you can't do anything with that, and it's a lot less useful. So the only way how to use it really effectively now is to transform higher tier units, but that's not so nice as using it on tier 1 units. So I'm not using dragon form as much as I used to be anymore. Well, I just don't like this change. But I have to say that spell was really overpowered, and it probably deserved at least some nerfing, so it's fine. There are other spells we can use. But now let's get back to our let's play, and yeah, we will see what's gonna happen with the bug. It's not a beta version of the patch anymore. The full version is released today, so maybe it was changed and we will be able to play easily. Otherwise I will just have to play through it and somehow handle it. First thing, we have enough money and access to tax, so let's work on our army. And this is another thing I've noticed with the full version of the patch. Now when you go to your army screen, these two tabs are switched. Before it was your hero on this side and recruitment tab on this side. Now it's switched. It's a bit confusing just because it's new, but not a big deal. And let's finally get to those tags. First I will do the complete change of my army, and then I will talk a bit about why I'm doing that, why tags and things like that. So let's get rid of our barbarians. We don't need those anymore. Move our healers to the first tier. Get one more. And fill all slots we can with tags. And this one slot, with more command, I would use another healer and recruit more tags in the higher tiers, but because I can't recruit more tags at the moment, I will use one more barbarian for a while, because like this I will be able to completely close my defensive line. If I had too many healers, my flank would be opened and sometimes that can cause trouble. But later I really use 6 healers and the rest filled with tags and 1 or 2 splashes. Here what we have, we definitely don't want to keep all these barbarians in garrison, we don't need that, so let's dismiss those who are low level, and I will keep these 3 guys because one of them I want to keep in the garrison instead of that goblin, and 2 of them I will give to my warrior with a healer because he has 3 slots for units, so 2 barbarians and the healer will work perfectly. Just one thing, I'm usually trying to get these guys to level 10 just to increase my end game score. It's definitely not needed for this shard. It would be perfectly fine if I just ignored my warrior, used him as exploration bot, didn't give him any units, but it's just me working on the final score, so I would usually try to level up these guys one more level with the warrior. But I have to say that with the current bug I will be happy just to finish the shard, so maybe I will just ignore them and go for the victory as fast as possible. And now let's talk about those tags a bit. Those of you who are watching my Let's Play for a while already know that I prefer offensive units with high attack, and I kinda ignore their defensive stats and try to use them in a way that I can somehow avoid their weaknesses. And that's why I'm going for tags, because tags are basically barbarians on steroids. Their offensive stats are better than barbarians, significantly improved. Their hit points are improved, have a bit more stamina, morale. Well, they have the same morale, but with this army we have half the army from the good side, half from the evil side, so they have quite significant morale penalties. And for this army you definitely need leadership for the boost of morale, otherwise you would get into trouble. But their morale, with a few level ups, will still be quite decent. As long as it's above 5 or 6 we are fine. Their combat performance won't be affected. You just have to be careful when fighting sorcerers and things like that, because they can be easily feared. Also, another thing, they the same as barbarians, they have movement or 2, so it's much easier to maneuver with your army, and that's one of the main things why I prefer barbarians and tags over units like swordsmen and similar type of units. I really like to have options to work with my army on the map, and with units with movement 1 I don't really have that option, so that's another big advantage of these guys. You can see that their defensive stats are not that awesome, but again, with a few level ups it will be better, and proper level tag can attack for like 60 hit points with a hit, and have like 60 hit points, so they can survive a lot and are hitting really like a truck. When you are leveling them up, they have quite really nice some really nice level ups. They get double hit points or even triple hit points quite often. They can get double attack or even triple attack. All these multiple level ups almost on any level you get for them, and also they get some really useful skills and properties. They start already with a stunning blow, and stunning blow is a very useful skill right from the start. It means every time you hit something, it decreases the target's stamina. So you know that I often work with tough units in a way that I'm trying to exhaust them or work on their morale, and after they are defenseless, then I'm trying to kill them. And with this, it helps a lot to exhaust the unit. You move 3 tags around the really tough, let's say, tier 4 unit, hit them 3 times, add a bit of fatigue if needed, then the unit attacks, get counter attack again. It works for the counter attack, and suddenly the unit is losing over 10 points of stamina every turn, sometimes even more. And in 2 turns, that unit is completely defenseless without stamina. For lower tier units, again, every bit of stamina you can get rid of weakens the unit. So with this skill you can weaken opponent's army really fast, and it helps a lot in big fights where you can get huge advantage from this. Another very useful level up or promotion you can get during leveling is Crushing Blow. What's Crushing Blow? That special skill you have to activate, and when you use it, it's really expensive on stamina. It costs like 6 points of stamina on use, but it increases your attack by 50%. And level tags already have their attack like 30 with medals, even more, 35, and you increase that by 50%. So you are really hitting for like 60 hit points with each tag, and you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tags in your army, up to 9 tags, and imagine everyone with the Crushing Blow doing around 60 hit points. That's like over 500 damage every turn. That's just ridiculous. So with this I can really turn my army into a fast-moving, hard-hitting machine capable of just smashing everything in 2 or 3 turns. So that's why I'm using these guys. I don't have to wait for anything, I can just rush it and kill everything fast. That's just the way how I prefer to play. I'm not saying that other tier 2 units are worse than tags, where some of them are, others are very decent, but they just don't fit as well into my gameplay and style, which I prefer. But I will try to show even other units, other tactics. Just for the first time we have access to tier 2 units, I will show you the usual way how I'm building Commander's melee army. So now we have that, we still keep our webs. This spell is so overpowered that usually, even with access to more spells, I still have like 4 or 5 webs and some other things later. But really, you will need this until the end of the game, no matter how large shards you are fighting. So now the army looks, I would say, ideal for what we can get now, and let's go back to fighting. And because the AI is already close to us, I've decided that I should really stop it. You can see that the warrior is back up and running and heading towards our borders, so I will try to engage him and kill him. So like that we will slower the AI a lot. And I'm quite afraid of the warrior because he was able to break through the 4th ring, so I really have to stop him as fast as possible. The more time I will give him on the map, the stronger he will become and more problems we will have with him. And also now, because we don't need more locations for our hero anymore, we won't be fighting in locations. Now we will be fighting the AI. I don't need my explore bot to keep exploring second ring. I can move him back to the capital, give him units, and start exploring the first ring somewhere to find some locations for him, and start to leveling second hero up. Okay, looks fine. I will quickly check our upkeep. Minus 24. That's the problem with higher tier armies. Their upkeep is significantly higher, but I'm surprised that they're actually quite fine. It's not that bad for our army, so our economy is relatively decent. Even if the upkeep was slower, don't worry, this army is strong enough to fight most locations you will find on the map, and you will get enough money from that to give you time to recover from it, and you can easily run this army with positive income in no time. But enough talking, let's end the turn and start doing some real play, because we still have one ring of unconquered provinces between us and the AI. I will try to break through that first, and I will try to go through these goblin lands with tax, because they have more hit points. I'm not afraid of slugs that much anymore. They are much easier now, and all units will die much faster. So with 4 webs we will be able to neutralize slugs for long enough to handle everything else and then kill them without much problems. And also, even if they can break free, we run out of webs, we usually can handle quite a lot of poison stacks on tags, so much easier. For the rest, Medusa swamps, I really don't want to go to this province. Medusas are quite strong and we still are not leveled with our tags. Later, when we level those tags, Medusas are really easy target. Just heal a bit of the damage from the poison. The petrifications doesn't matter that much. Medusas, unless it's a really huge army, can't petrify enough of them, and with crushing blow you can even one-shot Medusas, so quite easy later. But for now it's too hard, and this province barbarians, I would say we should be able to break through this province, but then we would still have to conquer another one, and I really want to get to the AI as fast as possible. This is just the easiest and fastest way. So end the turn again. And let's check what's in here. Goblin, Troll, Giant Slugs. Okay, goblins, there doesn't matter how many goblins there is for this army, they will die in one hit, so don't have to care about this. Troll, okay, we can web that, and Giant Slugs, we can web that as well. Troll, we can handle in 1 or 2 turns. During that we will get 1 or 2 hits from slugs, we can heal that easily and then kill them, so nothing hard here. And only 1 troll and 1 slug, so it's really easy. Now when I have new units I have to change the positioning again. So like this, and healers, those with medals, should stand in these places, and those new guys will stand here. Okay. The flank is still quite weak, but the barbarian is only way how to at least close it. So for a while I will have to be a bit careful about units which will be coming from the bottom, but with 1 more level up we can easily replace this guy and get another tag, and then the army will be like complete for current amount of command promotions. For the final version, what I do is I just get enough tags to create a complete line of tags for the first line, and the second line I fill with healers and you know, one, let's say, either sorcerer or a shaman or spider or whatever splash unit you have access to and will help you. Sometimes what I do is I get one less tag and complete the defensive line with a hero, because later the commander is quite strong, you can get quite decent armor, quite decent weapons, and he becomes another fighting unit. But for now I have to still keep him back. So this is positioning, and let's start the battle. Let the goblins come, they will come before anything else comes. So we will kill them easily, then we will kill the troll and just quickly get through this province. Okay, and let the killing begin. No problem. Here we can heal, why not? And end the turn. Really early after you switch to this army, you can sometimes have some problems with your thugs running out of stamina, but because they can get level ups for multiple stamina, you can really easily fix this problem later. They can have more than 20 stamina, and with that you almost never have problems with stamina. Okay, we are done here. Web the troll. You can start working on him. And end the turn. Okay, this goblin already has agility level up, so he can't be counter-attacked. Oh, that's fine. We will just kill him like this. Some damage from the slug, but that's fine as well. This healer can easily keep this guy alive. What about this? You can kill him and keep the troll in web. You can move forward just in case we will need another healer. And end the turn. Okay, now you can run forward. I'll only do this because I want to move this guy out of range of that slug. You can heal him, he can join the attack, and let's just heal up our barbarian a bit. And heal this guy. And keep working on that troll. Okay, he is almost dead, and as you can see, his morale is really low, so now I will wrap the tag because he's more dangerous than the troll now. And end the turn. Yeah, he can't even kill the healer. I expect that he will attack the healer, but with one remaining morale, his attack and counter attack are weakened so much that he's just useless now. So these guys can finish him. A healer can heal himself. You can heal him. You can heal him. And these guys can keep running. We need to web the slug again, but we can start already attacking it because one dot really can't cause trouble to thugs. So end the turn. Move more of them around. This one is already too low on stamina, so he can't get there in this turn, but I don't think we need him. We should be able to finish. Not yet. Doesn't matter. Let's just end the turn and finish now. Okay, so you can see that fights which were causing trouble to us with barbarians are now super easy. The tactics is the same, it's just much easier to do it. And let's check what we have. For a healer, definitely more survivability for both of them, and for level ups, more attack, the most important thing, and we are getting medals. And because this tags are units we'll be using until the end of the game, I will start giving them medals, and Will of Victory Order is the best medal you can get for your tags. Well, there is one better medal, it's called Hero's Cross, but to get a Hero's Cross it's extremely difficult. To get a chance for that medal you have to kill at least 5 units with the given unit. You have to take uh, more damage than 2/3 of your total amount of hit points for that unit, and the chance is very low for the medal. So from time to time you get the chance for the medal. It's very expensive, it increases upkeep by 10 gold, but it's worth it. I would say it increases attack and counter attack by 2 and increases other stats by 1. Other stats, I mean defense, uh, resistance, and I would say there are some other things. So strong metal, expensive metal, hard to get, and usually you will give 3 Will of Victory orders to your tags because you really won't see that metal too often. But reward him, and here more attack, more counter attack, another medal, more attack, another medal, counter attack, and this guy doesn't need medals. So already in the first fight you can see how easy it is to level them up. First fight we have 4 medals, increased attack already. On the second level I would say we will start getting hit point promotions, like double hit points, so the survivability will increase, and it's you know, really easy. And already like level 4 or 5 they are so much stronger than when you've recruited them that sometimes it's incredible how super fast they can level. And an expert winemaker in the province of Great Mud has produced a new magnificent wine. This allowed you to make 113 gold more during the last fair. Nice, but I would say we can even work on our karma a bit. We should be fine with our treasury, so let's just reward him, and I would say that gives a tiny bit of karma. And let's keep going. So what we have here, I don't want to waste time exploring, going for locations, nothing. I just want to rush the AI because it's only 1 versus 1. We are in the war all the time, so we don't have to waste a turn declaring war, and we can move into his provinces right away. And because his warrior is here, we won't have to chase him around the map, and we will be able to get rid of him right from the start of our invasion. And the defenses are cutthroats, and that should be really easy. We should be able to kill almost everything here with 1 hit. And the experiences from that should be also quite nice, so more practice. Before that, let's give some units to our warrior, help him a bit with the healer, and he can move, I would say, into this province because it's plains, and it's the easiest province to explore. You explore more percent of plain province in 1 turn than you would explain in forest or in hills, and the hardest to explore are swamps, and usually it's not worth exploring swamps unless you are going for some specific location like hydras to get the chance for hydra egg, or you know, you need more gems because many locations in swamps are giving you gems. Just avoid it until you have exploration bot scout with enough scouting, so that speeds things up a lot in swamps. Other heroes are exploring like 2% of the province per turn in swamps, so it's complete waste of time. Now we can end the turn. And fight here. Okay, bowmen and brigands, 11 of them. Easy target. I just have to be careful with healers. They still can be in trouble when they are targeted by bowmen, and this positioning is really not ideal. Bowman in the first line, standing on the hill. Our healers will take quite a lot of damage in the first turn, I would say. Yeah, 1, 2, but he survived, and now we can web one of these guys. I would say this one. Heal him and just move forward with everything. Heal this guy, move on the hill and rush it. You can probably move as well. Sometimes it's a bit of a problem for your healers, the penalty to the morale, because when they are taking damage their morale is lowering. Sometimes they can panic, but you know, usually you should be able to avoid hits for your healers. Only ranged heavy armies can cause this problem, and the important thing for healers, the loss of morale does not affect their healing. So you don't care if your healer is on 10 morale or on 1 morale, they will still heal the same, and that's all you want from them. So the important thing is to have your tags on full morale, and healers, they are fine, we just need healing. Now end the turn, no problem, no problem. This is fine, this is fine. Heal this. You can heal yourself, you can move on the hill, and let's start slaughtering. You can kill this guy. You can kill him. You can kill him even, which means this guy can move forward and kill this one. Okay, and you can see that now the fight is almost over. The bowman will stay in the web, so let's just web this one and end the turn. You can heal yourself. You should finish him, so these guys can start working on those bows. You can move forward, but finish this guy, so he can move down and finish this one, and he will stay webbed. So let's end the turn and get rid of him. Super easy, but now the harder fight will come with the warrior. So let's check that. First, level ups, definitely more healing, counter attack, and here from those level ups you will be getting, I recommend to take offensive stats when they are against some single hit points or single stamina, single morale level ups. But when you get a single offensive or defensive level up versus like double hit points, double stamina, maybe double morale, I go for those double level ups. Like that, it's probably the most effective use of your level ups. So for this, even though my attacks really could use some improved defense, double hit points is simply better. From this, I really want more attack, again double hit points, and that's all. So let's go for the warrior and attack. And let's check him. I've seen him already, as I said, I've been already recording this, and I'm really surprised. He's only level 9, nothing awesome, 11 attack, 7 counter attack. He really is not that strong. The only annoying thing is his resistance is 4, so we can't web him. But with his other stats, he really can't cause trouble to us, and I have no idea how he was able to break through through the 4th ring of provinces. Really, I don't know. But because he's weaker than I expected, it will be easier for us to get rid of him. Start the fight. Okay, haste. So he will be able to come faster. Now I will wait. I will heal all I can. You can move forward. I would say everything can start moving forward already. And if webs, I would say it's a good idea to web this guy. This is fine. Okay, this guy will basically be a bait here, so I decrease the damage to my attacks, and I don't have to run with them back for healing. I will just take 2 hits on the barbarian and then move him back. You can move forward, attack this. You can attack this. You should probably go back. You can move forward and kill this guy, and you can start working on him. Heal this. You can still stay here. Can we web something else? Yeah, why not? Let's web this guy. End the turn. Okay, now the warrior is in range, but you can see no problem. I really expected him to be really tough, and I'm very surprised that he's so weak and how the AI was able to break through the 4th ring. Move around him. Do as much damage as possible. And let's finish him like this. You can see, really easy. Web him. The poison is really annoying. Heal this guy. You can move closer and heal here. And end the turn. Okay, no problem. And we can easily survive all of this. You can move down to make room for this guy. Heal him as much as possible. You can see only 1 morale and still healing for 11 hit points. Works perfectly. You can move forward, so you guys can get rid of him. Kill this, and we have 1 more web, so web this guy. You can heal him to full. Heal him and finish this guy. Okay, so that wasn't that hard. And more level ups. I will take the morale. When you have the chance to get morale versus some minor stat, just go for the morale in this army. Like for your healers, if you get either stamina or morale choice, the morale is better. They can work without the morale, but you know, just to be safe, boost the morale a bit. Then it's harder for sorcerers or for opponent heroes to fear them and cause trouble like that. From this, definitely more defense, because I'm only taking stamina when I get a chance to get double stamina. So let's get that from this double hit points. But here this is the same choice, hit points or defense, but only 1 hit point, and like this it's better to take the defense. And here you can start exploring and try to find something you can fight. Okay, I'll quickly check our army. And come on, not with this hero. I want you to explore, and our commander will move on. And I think this is the turn when we will encounter the bug. So now we will get into trouble. So end the turn. And attack. Okay, the first thing that can happen, and this is actually not a bug, but it's really annoying, is that after you end the turn, the AI has its turn, and during that turn, the AI can change the defenses of the province. So sometimes it can happen that you'll think that you are attacking quite easy defenses, but it will change during the turn, and you can see now instead of 5 bowmen we have 8 centaurs, which is incredibly annoying guard and much stronger than bowmen, and especially when they are bugged, as you will see. But let's attack it, and let's check what's gonna happen. We will lose units here. There is no way how we would be able to defend our healers. Just it's too many centaurs here. But without the bug, we should be able to do this fight with like 2 healers dead and 1 tag dead. That's acceptable because the AI has this guard from a contract, so I would say he can recruit it only once, and when we get rid of these centaurs, other guards will be quite easy. So here losing a few units is acceptable just to break through. Then we can either go back and recruit more units, or just to finish the shard with the remaining army. Shouldn't be a problem. So even without the bug we would lose some units here, and I'll be fine with that. But because of that bug we will lose much more units, and that's the annoying thing. And the cost of recruiting more units is very expensive for tax. We have only like 140 gold, so it means we will have to, you know, go for provinces again, and everything will be much longer, and it's really annoying. So let's see that. But I just didn't find a way how to avoid it, so I will have to do it like this. I will just have to accept all the losses we will get from the fight, and then somehow just try to replenish all the units I'll need, and finish the shard. Depending how many units we will lose, I will decide if I will just do the farming off camera, because there is really nothing new on the farming, just going for locations over and over again until I have enough money to buy all the units I will need again, and then return back to the AI. But I still hope that it might be fixed with the full version of the patch. Move forward. You can move forward. Uh, uh, like this. Web something. What's the best target for the web? Probably this guy, because he will block this bottleneck like this. You can move a bit forward and end the turn, and now the massacres will start. The bug will appear when those centaurs will start doing melee attacks. Not yet. Still fine. Maybe not all of them are bugged. You can move down, heal this guy, and here probably move like this. You can move down, kill first one, you can attack. And what's the best target for Web? I would say this guy now, because he would be able to attack this healer in melee, and it's more dangerous than those ranged attacks. So this is all we can do this turn, and keep going. Yeah, this is what happens when they can reach your healers. But as I said, it's acceptable to use some units in this fight. We just want to break through. Heal him. It's more important to keep our thugs alive. Do as much damage as possible to this guy to weaken him. Same with this guy and with this guy. And keep this guy webbed. Okay, one is down. Still no bug. I'm surprised. Still fine. And they're still alive. Wow. Maybe it won't be that bad. You have to run back and try to do some damage here. You can finish this. You can finish this. And you have to stay in the web. Okay, still fine. The healer is still alive. We have lost one unit. That's fine for now. Hero has to finish him. Kill this guy. Do as much damage as possible here, but I would say now we will lose lose the healer. Close. Yeah. Well, heavy losses, but I just want to finish this shard as fast as possible doing this. And you can see the bug here. So we can finally see it. A centaur with 0 hit points, without the stamina, without anything, keeps fighting. And still keeps fighting even after the fight is over. So that was the bug I had before, and it happened not with the last centaur, it happened with like the second one that started to attack in melee, and he killed half of my army by himself in one turn, and I wasn't able to do anything. So that's why it was really so annoying. I've encountered this bug so far with the centaurs and with harpies. Sometimes it makes the game really hard, and I hope the Snowbird will fix this fast, because sometimes on some shards it can make the game unplayable. But here, yeah, you can see that the losses are really high. As I said, no way how to move around it. We will just have to accept it for now. Here it's acceptable. We have broken through the hardest defenses the AI has. The rest is really easy. We can replenish our armor a bit when we go back to our capital, and the rest we can just smash and finish the shard. So acceptable losses for the strategy I have chosen. And the level up for Commander. So let's talk a bit about that, and then I will end the video. The build I'm using the most is Priest. It's a Wizard Commander hybrid, and the logic behind this choice for me is quite simple. Commander is a supported hero, and there are two ways how to support your units, either with your passive skills you get from level ups, and the second option is by spells. And because the support we have from our passive skills is quite decent already on level 3 of those skills, I really like to boost the support from the side of magic. And of course, if you combine your commander with a wizard, you get the most spells. You get access even to tier 4 spells, and the army gains a lot of flexibility with all those spells you have access to. So this is the choice I prefer. And another useful thing, because of units I'm using which have quite low defensive stats, sometimes it can be a problem to fight armies which have many casters, and sometimes it's annoying when there is a lot of fear on the opponent's side, or they are using webs when there is a hero, things like that. It's fixed by the passive bonus of the priest, because he increases the resistance of your units, and the last useful things, he boosts the morale of your units, so you can further work on the morale problem you can sometimes have with this build. It's really easy to fix it with the priest. Another option is a tactician, commander scout hybrid. This is a build I'm using when I'm going for range commander, simply because he increases significantly range attack of your units, so he further boosts your missile units, and he also has higher initiative. Again, very useful thing for a range commander, because often it's crucial to move first with a ranged army to kill opponent casters and some range units before they are able to act. So tactician works perfectly with range units. Another thing, warlord, that's commander warrior hybrid. I'm really not using this build because you know, this will just make your commander another fighting unit, but you have enough of those. You have access to how many is that, like 16 slots for units, so you can get enough hard-hitting units from recruiting. You don't need your hero to be just another one, and to be honest, your units will be better on higher levels than what you can do from with the warlord. So there is no reason for going for a warrior, and like this you will lower the support role of the commander, and overall this build to me seems like the weakest you can use. And the last thing, a general. You just continue in the path of the commander. You further increase attack of your units, not bad. You can get to level 5 of your skills. Again, not bad. You can boost your army quite significantly. It's not a bad choice. Sometimes just to change the usual build, I go for the general, but I would say it's weaker than the priest. So it's a viable option. Just you know, this option is a bit better. So depends on your preferences. You can play it, no problem. It's still strong. I just prefer the priest. So that's the way I will go now, and for this I would say this is hard. Thaumaturgy for the target resistance is very useful. This means that we can web units with high resistance. But I think I will still take the defense. Yeah, melee defense is very useful, so let's take that. And from this attack, here the survivability is more important, so let's take that. But from this, double stamina, and you can keep exploring. Fine. So it wasn't that bad with the bug. Before it was a lot worse. I really lost my whole army in that fight because of one bugged centaur. Now we have broken through it. We still have 4 attacks alive, so I will just go back and get a few healers, maybe one more attack, and with that we should be able to finish this shard. So that will be for another part. I hope you liked this one. It was a bit longer, partial because I want to compensate for those 2 days I didn't record anything. I hope you liked it. It was a bit unusual. You can see that sometimes I accept losses when it helps to my long-term plan. So a few new things, and I will see you in another video. For now, have a good time. See you and bye bye.